This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Here's Neil Bonnet pressing up against the wall. See if there's any running room up there with some clear air. Trying to sail past the cars as they enter.
You notice Bonnet's right hand is in a cast. This will be the last weekend he wears that cast for a wrist that he's broken and rebroken and has had trouble with it all season long.
There's Benny Parsons driving hurt on the inside. They look from the back. Derek Bell just in front of Neil Bonnet. They go to the, sideways and slamming into the wall. It is Derek Bell's automobile. Bell taking a terrible hit. Still crashing and sliding. Derek Bell's car all torn up. And that is the Bell car coming to a halt, and immediately he climbs out. Neil Bonnet's car also getting thumped. You're back in Bonnet's automobile, and you were with Neil as it happened.
Well, that's right. Neil pulled to the
field. Now watch the white car in the back. That is Derek Bell. He starts to move up. Bonnet starts to come down. They seem to touch. Now watch the Bell car head for the wall.
Here's the Talladega. 38 laps, 1 lap down. Remember, caution laps are not counted. So
Bonnet simply sailing.
Bonnet's one of them.
Bonnet gathers it up, and he keeps on going. Now let's look from the in-car. Danny Ungaius. No one has tried harder to win this series, and there goes Ungaius on the high side, beginning to maneuver as he's using up all the land, and it's just a little bit of a touch there, and Ungaius is in trouble. Sliding down out of turn number 2. Picks it back up. He tried to move through. Still sliding. Caution is out of the track. Non-counting laps, these caution laps. No matter where he goes, trouble seems to follow Danny Ungaius.
Danny on the gas, and this needn't live up to that name.
That's really sad. He tries so hard, and he is so... Waltrip is up there, Chris.
Well, Danny's way up at the top of the track in the marbles there where you can't get a hold. And when he got off the gas, the front end went down, the back end got loose, and there he loops down. Knocks the rear spoiler off. Now notice that he doesn't have the brakes on. He's not smoking the tires. That's just, the tires are going around while they're smoking. So he's not flat spotting his tires. Be interesting to see whether he calls at the pit
spot. You saw him go down inside. You saw him go back just a little high. Maybe taking in some cool air here. Last laps. Final moments of round 3 of the International Race of Champions, and this is a doozy. Here we are at turn number 2, back straightaway. Sneva, no longer a factor. 7 cars to decide it. Although if they get in a scramble, Tom Sneva could find himself in pretty good shape. Again, just a little off the line to the inside, moves Earnhardt.
You know, it looks like Neil Bonnet, the series leader going in now, is going to be an also-ran when this race is over today.
Back once again in Neil Bonnet's car. He led the standings going into this. Remember, he's running 11th, all taped up after that horrendous crash at the commencement of the race. Complete restart. All right, back with the leaders. Through the trioval. Start-finish line, and there are 2 laps to go at 180 miles per hour. They approach the first turn. Parsons stays there. Can he hold on and take the lead in the International Race of Champions through 3 rounds?
You know, these Chevy engines have been performing extraordinarily well. They've been running. There's no air going in those radiators to speak of. They're not overheating, and the speeds have been consistently high. No malfunctions. These cars are really well put together.
Here they are. Cars originally came out of the shop of Banjo Matthews, out of North Carolina, completed up in New Jersey. And those 355 Chevrolet cubic inch engines now getting a real workout as we move around into the final moments. Down they come. White flag in hand. Last lap coming up of round 3. Iroc. Parsons, can he stay there? Yarborough, will he take it away? Where will Waltrip move? Rutherford, can he storm and come through? John Cox sitting back there.
There goes Waltrip. The first to move.
Waltrip on the bottom of the track, low, pulls up beside Earnhardt, squeezes down on Cale Yarborough.
He knows what he wants. He's got a follower.
And as they dice back there, it's a little breather for Parsons. Back straightaway.
Earnhardt's trying.
Here comes Cale Yarborough. Yarborough to the inside. Yarborough making his move. Waltrip coming with him. Parsons sliding to third. going back to fourth. Rutherford moves into third. Out in front, it's Cale Yarborough. Waltrip there, knocking on the door. Here they come out of four, looking for the finish line. It is Cale Yarborough first. Here they come for the tri-oval. Down they come. Yarborough first. Waltrip second. As they blaze down to the line, dropping on the inside, comes Waltrip, side by side. And it looks like Waltrip pulled it off, Chris.
Waltrip by about 14 inches. What a drive. What a finish there. On the apron. He was down on the flat.
Nearly too close to call as they come across the line. And Darrell Waltrip in this car appropriates the third International Race of Champions in 1984 with lead change after lead change in the final lap, and he is ecstatic. And let's take a look at replay, Chris Economaki, at that dramatic conclusion.
There he is down inside the white line, coming into the tri-oval, and the momentum is carrying forward. It's amazing that he...
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This has been a presentation of TNT Sports.